You got the Bob Charles Show on WBAD out of Washington, D.C.
United Texas time. About to shack outside the game. You know what I'm talking about. Just let me know if you wanna go to that home out on the range. They got a lot of nice girls. I'm racing. Well, here it's fine if you got the time and the chance to get yourself in. And here it's fine almost every night. But now I might be mistaken.
Oh, yeah, you're on the Bob Charles Show right here at WBAD. Let me tell you a little bit about the guest coming up. Her name is Healingwolf. The name Healingwolf was given by her father when she was found healing a wolf. She has raised gray, Artic, Timber, and Tundra Wolves. They are her family. Wolves are teachers, leaders, and protectors. Wolf medicine teaches us to come together as family. The Sioux Shaman and the Shosone Shaman elders have passed on their old wisdom to Healingwolf. The medicine Wheel Lodge goes back in time to old shaman stories while reconnecting with Mother Earth. As Gatekeeper, her mission is to connect all to Mother Earth. And you've heard this before on the Bob Charles Show a million times of connecting to Mother Earth. You're going to hear it more right in a moment. Mother Earth, animal people, tree people, stone people, the unseen energies. Understanding the cleansing, purification times gives light, hope for the shifting to a better new world to come. It is her passion and journey to educate everyone to the needs, the feelings, and contributions to animals, to plant seeds, to abolish ignorance, neglect, and cruelty to all animals. Her services are Reiki, teachings, ceremonies, spiritual counsel, ancient stone therapy, and past life regression. I'd like to introduce locally to the nation, to the world, Healingwolf. Hi, Healingwolf. Good morning to you. I tell you, when I read this, and of course my partner here in the newsroom, we just totally flipped out. I mean, the wolves are gorgeous that are in your pictures.
They are all so beautiful, so gorgeous. Each one very unique, and each one, past and present, has brought special healing medicine to all that come, see them, and interact with them. They are truly magic.
Do you communicate with them?
Absolutely. We all are capable of communicating with all creation. We've just forgotten that because we have not spent time outside in nature, on Mother Earth, sitting upon her, walking upon her, and embracing the silence. It's only within the silence that you're going to hear all the answers and all the voices.
So what you're saying by this, let me just hone in on this a little bit. What we're saying about this is that by learning, we're learning truth.
We're remembering. We don't need to learn it, we just need to remember it. We walked and lived and communicated in a different way. We have gotten away from that. But the sacred hoop is being mended, and we are all coming back to that circle of connectedness and of remembrance.
And that's something that we should all remember.
It is true. There is nothing new. The old becomes the new, and the new becomes the old. As we're progressing forward, we're going back in time, though, to the simpler, more pure, more connected walks of life.
Now, you're connected to the Sioux, right?
I am very connected. My birth heritage is Iroquois, but most of my family had passed, and I did not remember them. I embrace and have done ceremony with all the tribes, but my heart is particularly connected with the Lakota.
Okay, and they are a tribe of the hills, I believe?
Yes, in the Black Hills area.
Black Hills.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I can't help it. I like Indians. But I'm sorry. If anybody out there that knows, how does he know that? Well, because I read about it. That's why.
Well, to walk what we call the red road does not mean that you have to be of red skin.
Right, exactly.
To walk the good red road means whomever you are, whatever gender you are, you're walking upon Mother Earth in a respectful, gentle, connected, and appreciative way, and we all can do that.
Well, you know, when you go back in history and you actually read about the history of the prophecies by the tribes, and I'm talking all of them. I'm not singling out any one. I mean, the Hopi was one of them too, and the Sioux, Cherokee. All their elders that came out with the same prophecy, and we're headed in the directions that they prophesized many, many years ago.
This is so true. Aho, Mataklioasin, we're all related. And yes, each tribe knows they're from the different star nation, and each one in their own history and in their own way has spoken of these times. Whether you want to call them the purification times, the cleansing times, the reborn times, it does not matter. We are in this transitional time, and this is a very good thing.
So when we talk about Aquarius, we're talking about a time of change.
Yes, we're talking about the new earth. The children that are here today, the children that are coming in are prepared, and they're coming in with full knowledge, and they'll tell you, we are the new earth. And we're moving towards a time of oneness, peace, and simpleness again. But therefore, the systems must break down. The economic systems and the political systems, all systems, religious systems, we need to cleanse out those things that have been false or in control, and the power and the knowledge and the creation goes back to the people, to each individual. And that is why I'm here, to open the hearts of everyone that is seeking so that they can come into their own power and into their own remembrance. For each person does know why they are here and what they're capable of.
You know, it's interesting that you say that, because I got a message from the Hopis from someone who lived with them. And the message was, do not stop.
No.
Do not stop. That was their message to me, to not stop. Because their message, I actually brought out in one of the shows, and I'll do it every time.
We are in Ascension rising time. We are in galactic Ascension rising times. And all are coming together. I tell people, I can liken this perhaps to childbirth. Most mothers might go through that pain and that anticipation. But once that child is placed in her arms, that pain and that waiting has been forgotten. We are going through growing pains, spiritual pains right now, but it's going to be worth it it's going to be worth it to walk in peace and not fear, to walk in abundance and not lack, to be healthy and not unhealthy and weak. We are moving towards so many things, but we must cleanse our minds first, then our spirits, then our bodies, and then the cleansing to the earth, and all that resides upon it will just follow naturally.
You know, right now we're talking about our time of ascension. Is this, would you believe that this is the time that we are going to raise our frequencies, raise our DNA, and become, or start, if we're not started already, this ascension period?
We are in it now. There are some that are further into it. This does not mean by any means that they are any more special or better. This is their soul contract. You know, we have come to balance and to make way for this energy, the light bearers, because there has been nothing ever in our recorded time precedent like this. So we have come forward to make this way. Others are waking up, and others will follow and follow them until we are all ascended. And it's so important now for those that have been going through this and have been anchoring this energy to share with others. It's time to talk about it. There are many ascension symptoms going on with people. And even when you know what's going on, it can be very difficult to stay grounded and not feel you're losing your mind.
You're reading my mind.
It is important. We have to connect, and we have to have some humor with this, and we have to bond and help one another right now. That is what this is all about, coming together, helping one another, and together we will ascend.
You know, it's funny though, because what I was going to ask you was really what are the symptoms of being in this period, or yourself going through an ascension? I mean, there's people out there with headaches, and they get sick, or they get queasy, or they get dizzy, or they get whatever, and they go to the doctor, and the doctor says, well, there's nothing I can do but take this pill.
And that's what we want to get away from. We don't want to be drugged with unnatural poisons. The Creator, Father, the Great Spirit, gave us the most beautiful natural pharmacy on earth. Those plants took in the energy, the pure energy of the sun, and it went into their cells. And this light and warmth gave them this. And when we take as a gift these beautiful natural plants and fruits and vegetables that are on earth untainted, it gives us energy. So one of the things we want to do is stay away from poisonous, unnatural foods and medicines. So to answer your question, yes, some of the symptoms, people are getting nauseous, definitely getting dizzy, tired, very, very tired. They might have a symptom with their eyesight right now, but the doctors can't find anything wrong. A big one is losing things. It drives me nuts. You are in two different dimensions at once.
Oh, yeah.
So something right in front of you, you cannot see it. Women are going crazy going through their purses, can't find anything. Things disappearing at home, and then you walk into one room, maybe come back, and then it's there. Time frame. Time as we perceived it, because it really does not exist, but as we function in it, it's becoming different. Everyone is noticing that time, as we call it, is moving faster.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Very faster. Sleep patterns are changing. People are sitting up 2, 3 in the morning, just sitting up, wide awake. Can't go back to sleep. The spirits say, this is a gift to you. This is downtime we're giving you. because you're so busy during the day. You're not connecting, you're not hearing, you're not remembering. So when you are woken up at those hours, take a pad and pen. You're being downloaded. Chances are you're not going to remember, certainly, all of it. Make notes. You'd be surprised. Everyone is wanting to know, what does this all mean? What does it mean for me? You know, who am I? Why am I here? What am I supposed to do? Go out in the silence. Go sit in nature. When you're in the middle of the morning, woken up, write it down. It is coming through. Watch the animals that are coming around you. Watch for different signs. Look up to the sky. Look on the ground. What is moving around you?
See, that's
what is falling?
Yeah.
Some things fall from the sky. Some things will fly through the skies. Some things will walk or crawl in front of you. These are all signs and answers, but we don't look anymore. We're in such a fast pace. We're in such a hurry. A hurry for what?
Yeah, right. We're not going anywhere fast, so that's that part. And plus everything else that, I mean, let's face it, we get inundated by media.
Mm-hmm.
And more people should actually be listening to talk radio like this. I mean, they would probably wake up a little bit more.
Because this is going to, just the energy and this means of transferring the energy, this is something going to go within for people. And then they're going to have to ponder it, pull that out, seek it. And then they'll get their own answers. No one is telling them what to think about it, how to think about it, when to think about it. The seeds are being planted, and they're there for when they're ready and they're comfortable. I think this is a very excellent means of sharing and having people receive energy in this means of communication.
Absolutely. And, you know, we have, for instance, Jamie Clark, and that is on the show and with us on Monday nights. And he's a medium and a psychic. And the energy that comes through from the people who call in to the show, he said, is getting amazing.
Well, I believe that with eyes, sometimes we get blinded. And I've been saying for quite a while that we need to start seeing within. And that's what people do on this type of communication. You're seeing from within. You're feeling the energy from within. Nothing external is influencing your thoughts or your opinion. It's true, it's pure. All the power is within each individual. But through much time and many means, this has been taken from the people. It's been distorted. And that's why many don't want people to have that down. Because when you're in meditation or you're walking in nature or you're with an animal, you're with a plant or a tree, it is so pure that you start remembering who you are, what you're capable of, and the power that you have within you.
Well, hold that thought. We're going to take a little break in it for a couple seconds. I want to remind everyone, this is Healing Wolf with me on the Bob Charles Show on WBAD out of Washington, D.C., which we'll be talking about in just a second. We will be right back.
You're listening to WBAD on the Bad Tomato Radio Network.
Don't you hate when most energy drinks start you off like this, but then, over the course of time, their effects start lessening, and you end up worse than when you started? But that won't happen with a Bully Bling energy drink. Bully Bling energy drink not only keeps you awake and alert for hours, it also tastes great, too. Bully Bling energy drink. All of the and none of the. You can find us at bullyblingenergy.com.
Everyone who fights does so for different reasons. Each one of us has a different attitude, that drive, that motivation is what makes you down and strapped. Represent your warrior spirit and let the world know you're down and strapped. Visit us on the web at down2scrap.com. That's DOWN, the number 2, scrap.com. Or call 951-345-5404 and get down to scrap.
If you would like to advertise on WBAD, please send an email to sales@wbad.net or call 703-951-3448.
Here's a great discovery for arthritis, muscle, joint, and joint pain. It is Sweet Relief. Sweet Relief is a 100% all-natural cream. No chemicals, no drugs, no dyes. It is safe to use. Sweet Relief has 3 major benefits. It has a tropical scent, it moisturizes skin without greasiness, and it reduces minor arthritis, muscle, and joint pain fast. Most feel relief in 1 to 2 minutes. Sweet Relief is nature's discovery to relieve pain. Go to www.sweetrelief.com to order.
Kids.com. That's Cars with a K. We're an IRS-recognized 501c3 charity organization. I don't know what that means, but you'll get a maximum tax deduction. What's more, you'll receive a free vacation voucher for 3 days and 2 nights.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
You're listening to WBAD on the Bad Tomato Radio Network.
It's the Bob Charles Show on WBAD out of Washington, D.C. Don't move. I tell you, this is one of these things, Healing Wolf, that it's, I get so excited over this. I'm going to ask you a question, and hopefully you can answer it.
Okay.
Are you born in May?
No.
You're not? Close to it?
No.
Good. You got everybody here laughing. You ever notice, I mean, when I'm talking on to you right now, our energies right now is causing this noise, like this water noise. The last guest that I just talked to, there was absolutely no noise whatsoever. Last night, I talked to Scotland, and whenever her and I talk, we're born 4 days away from each other. Another spiritual person from Scotland, and when we talk, I can't talk, she can. Because our energies cause this noise between the two of us. We're transferring right through these lines.
I guess, and it sounds like waves and water on my line. Now, I have spent so much time on the ocean, west coast of Florida, with the dolphins, and I carry a lot of dolphin energy. I feel that the dolphins and whales are very highly enlightened beings that are here to help us, and that we are erroneously trying to communicate with them when we should be quiet and let them teach us, because they've come here to bring us much spirituality. So I do carry a lot of dolphin energy around me. So what I'm hearing on my side of the phone was the waves when you were speaking. But we're all kindred spirit, and that's the beauty of these times. We are finding each other. That is the good news. And we are crossing each other's paths, and this is going to be a way of the future. This will be a way that we will communicate with one another, no matter where we are on the four corners of the world. This is the direction we are all moving into, is that telepathic connection. And when you have it with each other, you have it with the animals and the plants and the elements and all creation.
I think you got it right there, Annette, because that is the whole thing, the telepathic part.
Mm-hmm.
We
And you don't have to see someone. You feel it. You know if you connect or if you don't. The moment you pass, then the moment you speak with them, whether it be in person or over the phone, and even over different communication devices, you can feel that energy through your computers. We're becoming sensitive to energies. That's what I said. We are remembering. As we move forward, we're merely returning to the way we were, the way it was.
You know, what you're talking about, the internet and the energy that goes through, many, many years ago, when we were talking about this on the show too, there was communication, there was a telecommunication, there was a communication period using obelisks, using the pyramids and things, only as antennas.
Exactly.
To amplify the energy. And this has been going on since the beginning of any time that we can figure out.
That's what I was saying, that what's going to be discovered, and there'll be things discovered in the pyramids, and they're just going to be marvels of new, but records of old. And we're going to find out that the more we progress, in a sense, the more we're going back. And that simply means, again, nothing is new. We'll think it's new, but this is the way it was. And we need to return to the pure times with more of a spiritual, I would say, responsibility. Because technology is just blooming, and it's skyrocketing, and we have to remember the past. Therefore, we have to handle all this new energy and power and healing and knowledge that is going to be coming forth faster and faster in a spiritually responsible way, or we'll just destroy ourselves and have to go backwards again. This is a fabulous awakening time, and anything that can be thought, can be conceived, can be created. We're going to learn there are no limitations. You know, we will be traveling to distant planets and communications, all made possible by the disassembly of cells and molecules. There's many things coming. We're going to be regenerating our limbs. You know, nothing artificial or unnatural anymore. We have that power, and that has been kept from us. But we're all remembering. We're all coming together. Systems are breaking down. The powers that be to keep us in the darkness are being exposed. We are moving towards such powerful times you can't imagine. So we have to get in alliance spiritually. We have to start meditating. We have to start praying. We have to start going within. And we must connect. We must do this as one unified force. And that force is love. Everything has been created out of love. Everything has manifested. And that is the strongest power you can have, not only on this planet, but through all the cosmos. So it's time to unify. It's time to remember who you are. It's time to come into your own power and do what you've come to do.
I was going to say, you must have been listening to my show a lot.
I'm ashamed to say I've never heard of you.
Oh, my goodness.
I was surprised when I was contacted, and I said, how did you hear about me?
I know, you called me
But
up, and I was just going on the radio, yeah.
I will. I'll start tuning in.
I was just going on the radio now when you called, Annette. And just go to www.pyramid1network.com, and you can see all the guests and all their bios and what they do and everything else, which is really, really good, because what we're talking about right now is what we talk about a lot on this show. It's to shake people and wake them up.
Well, I am so grateful to be a part of this, and yet I am not surprised that the connection has been made, and that's what people are probably experiencing too, as one of the symptoms of Ascension. These things start happening, and you realize this was not coincidence. We are all coming together to make this happen. We all are necessary. It takes all of us to come together to want this and to do this. Nobody owns truth, and no one here has anything more special to contribute or do than the next one. So that's why we all have to work together. Energy flows in a circle. It does not flow in a square. Life is a circle. So again, humbly, truly, I am pleasantly surprised. I now know of this radio station, and it sounds just like the people and energy that I would like to listen to.
Well, there you go. You know, it's funny though. You just said the name of one of the songs that I wrote a long time ago, which was "Circle of Life."
Ah, well, it sounds like we have much in common.
It was pretty funny you said that.
And this is how things are going to be. People are connecting like this. They're really connecting. It's as if the circuit's lighting up. When we're connecting, it's so much more powerful and on so many more levels than in the past when people just met or crossed paths at a party or whatever. People are combining their spiritual power. It's really igniting. What's being created is a spiritual spider web. People are coming across each other's path, whether it's over the phone or in person, a radio show, many walks of life. It's exciting times. It's very exciting times.
Yeah, I always think it's better to listen to something on the radio than watch TV, and where they have drugs that they tell you 2/3 of the commercial is about how the drug is going to kill you.
Yes, you're so much worse off by taking it.
Right, exactly.
You have 5 more things that you didn't have when you wanted to take it.
Yeah, so what are people stupid? They look at these things on TV, but they go to the doctor. When the doctor gives it to them, they trust the doctor.
Yeah. Well, we were all so much healthier and lived so much longer when we ate naturally off of Mother Earth, when we gave reverence and gratitude for this plant or an animal or anything giving of itself that we may flourish. When we were in one with things, in appreciation, we were healthy. We were connected to Source. We, all of us, had that direct communication. No one needs to tell us how to think or how to worship or what to do, who we are or who we're capable of or what we can't do or can't think, because we go to direct Source. We all can.
Yeah, we were just joking about that last night, because when I said you're supposed to how did they say that again on Star Wars?
Okay. Oh, I can't think of it, but I know what you're saying.
Diane, what did they say on the thing about the Force? May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you.
They're not, nobody knows how true that statement was.
It is true. We should not be looking outside of ourselves for this guidance or this power or this permission. I teach the medicine wheel. The medicine wheel is my life. And the medicine wheel is a circle. So all who sit around it are equal. No one's at the head. And in the circle are many spokes that lead to the center, which to me represents there are many expressions of truth. We all were created from the center. We will journey around the circle of life, the medicine wheel of life, and we will return to the center. So depending on where you are in the circle of life, that is your truth. That is your reality. But it changes. It shifts as we progress. It does not mean that a 8th grader is smarter than a 1st grader. The 1st grader will catch up to the 8th grader. We have to be tolerant. Everyone has their own truth and their own expression of truth. And there are many ways and there are many religions, and I don't believe that there is any one right way. I believe it's a combination of all. And we need to be tolerant of this. We need to be tolerant of each other. And all have a right to live, to worship, to not to worship, to express themselves, as long as they are not hurting anyone or anything. And we need to grow into that spirituality and into that truth.
I was just going to say, I'm talking to actually the state of Arizona, and in that state there is a place called. Are you ready? Is everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Medicine Wheel Lodge. Healing Wolf, tell us about it. What is it? Is it a place I can go to? Can I go have lunch? What goes on?
The Medicine Wheel Lodge. This was a vision dream that I had when I was living up in Gatlinburg in the Smoky Mountains. And the many vision dreams came. The name of the Medicine Wheel Lodge. It started with the black wolf that was going to return to me. And a long story short, I was called out to Sedona, Arizona. And the journey led me to the right place eventually. And this is called the Medicine Wheel Lodge. It is a historic place. It is the old stagecoach stop. For those that are into the cowboys, Morgan Earp's brother, Wyatt Earp, ran the stagecoach through here. And in this old stone house, this lodge, many artifacts have come up from that. This is also the ancient gathering grounds. So there's many natural mounds, ancient medicine wheels, sites, and many, many artifacts that have come up here also. And it is the Medicine Wheel Lodge Wolf Sanctuary. So here we share what we have been led to share. And in the vision dream, when they gave me the name of the Medicine Wheel Lodge, they did not show me everything that would come to pass, as it is in all of our lives. If we knew our full journey, I feel, myself included, I think a lot of us would run. It's just too much. Or you would think, how can I know all this or do all this in one lifetime? So all of us are given so much as we go along. But the Medicine Wheel Lodge, the old shaman grandfathers told me, those who found their way here, some would be called through these gates once, and some would be called in return again and again. And those that find their way here, this will help them to seek and embark on their own journeys. Everyone here, depending on what level of intuitiveness they are in, they all express the peace here a healing, a peace, a connectiveness. And then again, depending on where you are in your awareness, they see and feel many things here. So we do the walkabouts, and we tell them about this beautiful ancient land, those that have gone before, those that are still with us. And we share the wolf medicine. They can go in with the wolves, play with the wolves, interact with them, receive their energy and their healing. And I do spiritual retreats here, whether it's a one-on-one or if it's up to 33 of your group or in between. So I do the spiritual retreats. Ancient healing stones have come up from Mother Earth. There are 7 sacred stones that the shamans told me about back at the ancient sun solar dial wheel. And they came up as 4 and then later 3. And they said it's time to use these stones again and bring them out because the people are getting ready. So their first appearance was at a workshop. It was the Sedona Ascension, the Galactic Ascension Rising Shop. And they said, don't have the people touch them, but let them see them. Put them in a medicine wheel and let them see them and bring that out. And in 1987, I had an out-of-body experience out in beautiful cosmos, and for years I went into automatic channeling writing. Those things were so far over my head at the time, I just threw them in the closet for decades. But because so much has passed, I have no reason not to believe everything else they wrote will come to pass. So the messages that I like to share are all of positive things to come, wonderful things to come, and how to prepare for them. So these are some of the things that we share, that we do here at the Medicine Wheel Lodge in Wolf Sanctuary.
And you also do past life regression.
Yes, I do. Having said that, with the shift, though, I feel that it is more important to know what you're doing now. In other words, there are other ways that I am now helping people tap into, honing in, why am I here now? What is my purpose? What is my contribution? What am I supposed to be doing? And there's been a spirit drum that has come to me that just, it aligns and energizes the chakras, but it seems to know and go often to people unknowing to me that have had some kind of surgery or problem and they need the energy. So this beautiful drum, I do drumming before we come into the council file medicine wheel. And I do a lot of the teachings there. So these are different things that we can do. It all depends on what the person is seeking, what is the person needing at the time. I do not know this. Spirit knows this. Spirit guides me. The ancestors guide me. I never know what I'm going to speak of or say. It comes through. But we all have that, and that's what I want to share, is to get everyone back to their own power and their own gifts, which everyone is capable of.
Yeah, just so that everybody kind of understands that on a little different level. What Healing Wolf teaches, what she talks about, what I've seen writings about, are things, ideas, spiritual renderings that come from the beginning. These are not things that somebody just came up with today. It's not a commercial you saw on TV or anything else. This was passed down from one generation to another, to another, to another, to another, hundreds and thousands of years. These teachings that you're hearing now, it's only because you're opening yourself to listen. What do you think, Healing Wolf?
I was thinking that you said that very well, that you walked that walk very well.
Yeah, it's something that a lot of people that don't understand. Sometimes you have to kind of sort of, well, I always say that anyway, but it's like you got to stick it in their face. They don't realize it because they're so used to what's going on around them right now, set in their ways, not ready to open up to anything new because they already know, because they'll turn around and they'll say, well, I always did, or they always did, or this is what they said, and it goes on and on and on around that. Instead of saying, I am. If they said, I am, that would change their attitude.
It would shift the power of the I am that I am presence. Everything is created out of the I am that I am. And we do have to shift and watch all of our words. Everything is positive. I am going to move forward. I am going to be healed. I am going to wake up and walk my path. Everything is positive. What I teach the children that come out is to be mindful of their thoughts, because just because they think no one can hear their thoughts, they think they can have them. And I said, that is not true. Thoughts are energy. Everything is energy.
Right.
Energy never dies. So even if you're silently holding a thought that you should not, that is affecting others. And that is not right or responsible for us to do, not in a negative way. We have to think positive. And soon the time is coming that there will be no shadows. You cannot hide your thoughts. All will be able to read one another's thoughts. So reading with one's mind will be as common as reading with one's eyes. And hearing with one's mind will be as common as hearing with one's ears. We're moving towards that. That is a good thing, because it will be in the open. There'll be no darkness. Everything will be in the light. And for those that need the help, they won't be attacked. We will just hug and love them and send them that energy that they need to wake up and to transform any negative energy. It's all about energy. It's all about pureness that's coming. And if all this sounds too uncomfortable or too far-fetched, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. You will revisit everything that you hear from everyone when the time is right for you, and you can let it in. All I want to say and share is something about fear. This is one of the chiefs, Chief Dan George. He talks about the animals, but this can be shared with anything. Don't have fear of anything, of new ideas, of opening up. Chief Dan George says, if you talk to the animals, they will talk with you, and you will know each other. If you do not talk to them, you will not know them. And what you do not know, you will fear. And what one fears, one destroys. Aho. Matakuyawasan.
Oh yeah, that's a very important thing you just said.
So we can't fear new ideas.
Right.
We can't fear people that look different. We can't fear people that live someplace other than us. We can't fear animals that we're not familiar with. We cannot fear new ideas, because it's not the new ideas or the people or the animal or the way of thinking that's going to hurt us. It's only the fear that is poisonous and can hurt us. So I'm offering that every person at least be open-minded, as uncomfortable as it may be to you, to new things that you hear. And just resonate with it when it's comfortable for you, and let in as much it is comfortable for you, because all that those that are saying these things want to do is to share this wonderful gift with everybody. If everybody could be happy, if everybody could be healthy, if everybody could be abundant and secure, why would you have any reason for anything negative? Everybody would have all that they need and would be happy for everyone else. So there'd be no reason to control or steal or fight for things. So the bottom line, what I'm trying to say is if everyone could help one another and respect their boundaries and their comfort level, but just be there with them at least in thought and prayer and hold that energy for them, when we do move into this time, it will be heaven on earth. It will be the new earth.
Of which we are sitting on.
We are sitting on, and we are creating.
Exactly. Now, there's also Native America's Sacred Hoop, which is a non-profit organization to help Wolf Sanctuary, Lakota Tribe, and the Medicine Wheel Lodge. And you're taking donations, and I do have the website, or the link is already on your blog.
Yes.
That's in there. Tell us a
little
bit about that, because I'm very interested in the Wolf Sanctuary.
Well, the wolves, I first tell everyone I do not advocate owning any wild animal. Wild animals belong in the wild. My wolves have always come to me, literally, since childhood, and I believe they have come to me to be my living medicine wheel teachers, to have people connect with themselves, with animals, with nature, with other people. The Wolf Sanctuary, I have now called into doing the wolf rescues in addition. So the wolf rescues, these wolves come with physical and emotional abuse. Their gifts to me have been coming to me with gifts of patience and compassion. So I have to work with them differently. And they offer so much to the visitors, but they are in great need of having more area to run. That is vitally important to those that have been rescued, because they have that pent-up energy. So I always keep my word to them, and I expand the enclosures as I can, but I have to use very heavy duty. They go down 3 feet in the ground. They're up over 10 feet. I mean, it's a lot. They're double gated. So I am opening up for the exchange of this experience for donations. If it is a large donation and they want to make a check to Native American Sacred Hoop, they will get that 501c3 nonprofit receipt. But that is where the donations go, and it's been my hope, heart, and prayer to keep my word, which I always do, to the wolves and expand that enclosure to them.
I think we could do that. We'll get the word out for sure.
And when one's heart can go out, sometimes it's easier for people to connect through animals than people, because many have been hurt, not only physically, but emotionally. And so it's easier to trust. So it works together. They're helping to heal us, and we can help heal and protect them. And then once you can do that, you can open your heart to so many others that have very worthy causes and dedicating their lives. I mean, there's the white lion situation in Africa. I've met a lovely new person, and she is now my friend, and I want to support her. If each person out there did one good thing for one animal or one person, truly the earth could change in one day, in one moment. And that's what we're all aspiring to. We do make a difference, and every one of us together makes a huge difference.
Yeah, I had someone on the show, and at once, Ned, who was the writer of the book Pi. He's a mathematician, and he's brilliant. He's unbelievable. Scholar as far as math and Ned is concerned. He's unbelievable. And he taught me a lot, and his book is very, very interesting, and I've actually brought it into the show in a sense that if every single person did a good thing for someone, a good thought, whatever, to the second power every day, you know what that would add up to?
Oh, you would see it not just in people and children and babies and people in hospitals. You would see it in the plants. You would see it in the sky. You would see it in your cloud. Because this is how powerful each and every one of us is. Just one person smiling at a stranger, you are a healer. You have no idea what that little act did for someone. It could have changed their life, gone home, changed their families. It could have saved their life. You don't know the person you're sitting next to, walking by, or coming out of your car at a grocery store parking lot. Smile. Laughter is powerful. A smile is powerful. These are healing tools. We are all healers. And you just don't know how powerful that is. But when you do something nice for someone, they want to do something nice. They go home. They're happier. Their children feel it. Their animals. Their space. If everyone was doing this, imagine. You know?
That would be way over the top. For sure.
And, you know, John Lennon certainly was trying to get the message across, as many, many, many others have in all walks, in all communications of life.
Sure, absolutely. Well, listen,
but
thank you.
This is what we can do, and we can do it.
Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you.
It has been more than an honor having you on the show.
It's been quite a gift to me, and I want to thank the listeners for the gift of their time and for yours. And I like the way you think. Wakan Tanka Kision. May the Great Spirit bless you, all who listen. Wopila. Many thanks. Baho.
Thank you. That was Healing Wolf. Healing Wolf is in Arizona, and her information and websites are on the website www.pyramid1network.com. Go in there, check it out. You definitely got to see it. It's really, really good. I love the stuff that was done out there. And remember one thing. You are, we are. Say to yourself, I am. When you do that, you will make a new world. Oh, yeah. Remember, it's our world. Let's start taking care of it. It's time to think for yourself. Open your heart to reality and to all the misinformation you hear. Just say no. Time as we know it is changing. Don't forget, you can write me or the show to bobcharlesshow@live.com. If you have a question, if you have a comment, if you want to know more information, if you need a link, if you need a copy of the show, write to bobcharlesshow@live.com. Thank you to all the networks that make this an international show and make it possible. Thank you very much to WBAD in Washington, D.C. for having this show. And we also have shows like, or stations like, Knock Hard Radio in New York City. They stream the show. Bandit Radio FM out in the West, the best in the West. Mixed Network all over the planet, all over the globe. And, of course, WBAD.net, WBAD Radio, Washington, D.C. anytime, 6 days a week, Monday through Thursday. You can listen to the Bob Charles International Show just by looking at the actual website, www.pyramid1network.com. We are the number one informative, educative community station that is global in 107 countries in South Carolina, where we're sitting. God bless y'all. Bob Charles, out!